So hi, my name is Rebecca Bull and my businesses are MyHRHub and MyHRClub in the UK. I offer lots of different products and services to small businesses, startups and fast growths, and work through HR challenges, but also look at the bigger picture in terms of team engagement and really getting the best from your employees. And so lots of different services that I offer through suppliers and some really fantastic suppliers in the UK. One of them so happens to be staff treats. So I was looking for cost-effective, highly engaging benefit that I could offer my small business clients because budget is key for those. And also when you've got a diverse workforce, to try and bring in flexible benefits that apply to those coming into apprenticeships or those working towards their retirement age. It's very difficult because we're all motivated by lots of different things. So staff treats is fantastic because it offers a really cost-effective, value-added benefit, but it also applies to every different category in work, and there's just so much to offer, there's so much for employees to choose from. So my clients have been surprised. I know certainly with kind of the digital tech, so city-based businesses, they use it a lot for coffee, free coffee and pizza, and also cinema after work, so they use it an awful lot for that. A client I know saved an awful lot on a holiday through, I think it was Host Seasons, one of these beautiful cabins next to a lake, and there's quite a huge saving made there. And various other things through Apple discounts as well, and then those that are passing staff treats onto the wives at home to do the Sainsbury's, the Tesco's, the Marks and Spencer's, the John Lewis shops, just so they're aware as well. So yeah, they're very happy with it. I do use staff treats. I love going to see staff treats and what the offer is, especially now on Black Friday tomorrow. I use it very much for me and my children for cinema also. I've saved also on holidays, and because I'm generally a little bit time poor like most working mums are, it's great that I can use the travel concierge to say, please help me, so here's my budget, here's the times I want to travel, here's where I'd love to travel from, and here's some ideas of what we'd like to do. And it's amazing because they'll come back very quickly, probably within 24 hours, and give you a nice selection of different holidays to think about. And the other reason I used it very recently was my daughter passing her driving test, and I wanted to know the very challenging conversations of which insurance company can I use. So I phoned staff treats to say, I don't know where to start with this, please can you give me some relevant insurance companies that you have corporate rates with, that would also cover my daughter that she's just, as a first time driver. And within, I think it was probably a few hours, I had 3 companies and names, and also staff treats discount as well through that. So it's fantastic. Managing money is very important. Employers are under a lot of pressure to compete with salary, and also the minimum wage is increasing too. So there's a lot of pressure on employers, but at the same time there's also the financial well-being, which if you look at recent data is becoming more and more key, that an employer really has probably less of a duty of care, but more of responsibility to help them with managing their money. So that goes from everything to paying them a responsible wage or living wage, for example, through to pensions and investments, through to maybe life assurance and how they're covered if they're off sick and absent from work. But beyond that as well, it's almost the money they're actually paying their employees. Offering services like staff treats to help them manage their money really well and effectively is seen as a very positive thing. So for example, it could be about really the money they have, their dispensable income, how can they use that better and how can they maximise that? Staff treats is great in that regard because you are very clearly saving money. It's very tangible, you can very clearly see what you're saving, And I think also that helps hugely with the employee really understanding that the employer is concerned and is wanting to help them as much as they can financially, well beyond the standard salary that everyone has.
Lastly, you have previously, I believe, been involved in another company that's similar to Staff Treats. Perhaps you could just run us through why you switched and why you recommend it.
As a small one-man band at the time, although I have a few people working with me now, I wanted to have really large, well-known companies working with me because I wanted my clients to have the best products, for example. And that was the case for a year and a half. However, the customer service wasn't meeting my requirements, and I was not getting the service I wanted to give my clients through the supplier. And this was discussed quite a few times with the team, the actual provider of the service, and it was very clear that I wasn't happy with, regardless of how big they were and how small I wasn't in a position to carry on with the relationship or the partnership if things didn't change. And I guess in addition to the poor customer service, there were various products and services that were being advertised and actually weren't accessible after a while. So you were dealing also with disgruntled employees or managers, and they feel they've been missold a product. So I phoned James Solomon, probably a good 2 years ago now, and I said to James, if I asked you to come to the East Midlands on a train to launch Staff Treats to my SME clients, which the other company wasn't prepared to do, would you do that? And he said 100%. And James has been absolutely incredible, supportive. The team have been incredible. The customer service we get from Staff Treats is something I'm really proud to work with Staff Treats because of how incredible they treat my clients, and that represents my brand as well. So I'm really delighted, and lots of clients have the benefit now, and I'm really pleased about that because it's something that everybody, I think, should definitely look at.